Hi guys, it's Wednesday. I don't know what VLCD and I don't care. So you can probably guess what happened today. I did my detox bath last night. Stuck to protocol yesterday. Nothing on the scale. And I'm to the point where I'm so frustrated that I have to do something. Like I have to do something. So I am going to do an apple day today because I'm starting to feel insane, you know, where you do the same thing over and over again and you expect different results. And I know the protocol will work eventually, but now it's just a mind game for me. And if I can see the scale budge a little bit from an apple day, that'll make me happy. If I don't see the scale budge from the apple day, then I suspect that there's something else going on. And because normally a detox bath works for me, I've never had a detox bath not produce results. And I did a good one. Like I used the full-blown amount of Epsom salt and baking soda and sea salt. I mean, sometimes I skimped on it if I didn't have a lot, but I did like lots of it. And I stayed in for the full 20 minutes, and so I've never had that not work. There was something that jumped out at me when I was reading Dr. Saman's protocol initially, and maybe even the second time. And I'm going to pause here and put it up on the screen so that you can read it for yourself. And maybe you'll see where I'm going with this. So go ahead and take a minute to read this little excerpt from the protocol, okay? So, I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but I'm having some thoughts that there's some possibilities of other things going on here. So, this morning I looked to see, after I showed my husband that, if I had any pregnancy tests thrown away, because infertile stash them everywhere. And I really wasn't a huge tester, but I would test. And so if in the beginning I would test with expensive tests, and then I realized it was a waste of my money after 40 cycles of negative tests. So not 40, I realized sooner than 40 that, 40 cycles that, because you would use more than one per cycle too if you started testing too early. So anyway, I would go to the dollar store and get stock up on tests, because actually theirs are, they detect the pregnancy hormone at 25 IU, I think is the measurement, versus some of the other ones that are way higher. So they have like one of the lowest detecting HCG tests that there is. And as far as I understand, the homeopathic HCG will not produce a false positive pregnancy test. So I'm not worried about that. But if I do my apple day and I get on the scale tomorrow and I don't have a loss, I think I need to test for different reasons. One, if I am pregnant, I obviously want to discontinue the protocol. Two, if I am pregnant, I want to have a big party. And I would scream. That would be like amazing. And, and obviously 3, if I am pregnant, I'm not going to be bitching and moaning about not having the scale budge for the last week. So mind you, timing wise, this is very possible. Last week was ovulation. Today I am 5 days post ovulation. If I ovulated when I think I did, like I said, I did not track it, but I suspect, sometimes after I ovulate, my nipples become very sore. Sorry if there's any boys watching, but based on when I thought I ovulated and then the next day having sore nipples, I'm pretty sure that I'm 5 days post-ovulation, which should be kind of early to produce a positive pregnancy test. So it might even be too soon to be testing. But again, if I'm pregnant, I probably need to know as soon as possible. And do you guys notice the exact wording that Dr. Simeon's used in that little excerpt that I just showed you? Which would not be uncommon. It sounds to me like a lot of women got pregnant on his protocol, but like a lot of people won't promote that or say that because they're afraid that the women who don't want to get pregnant will steer away from going on the protocol, because it is they hear HCG, which is a pregnancy hormone, and I think that freaks people out enough as it is, let alone, if they didn't want to get pregnant and they think that there's a possibility that they're going to. So, but, I've seen on a few message boards women that have been trying for a while that either because they lost weight, who knows if it's because the HCG balances their hormones or because they lost weight and their body's healthier so that it allows it to happen. I don't know. I don't know the reason why it would help a situation like that, but it appears that it does. I went on a Facebook page, an HCG Facebook page, and I posted a thing asking if anyone who had been trying to get pregnant got pregnant on the protocol, and a girl answered right away and said she'd been trying for like 5 years, and she had gone on the program for like, I think 1 round, I think she said, and she ended up pregnant. So, but then as soon as I did that, a moderator came in and said, this does not get you pregnant. So, because they don't want to freak people out. So they didn't really want that dialogue to continue there. So they just I guess kind of frown upon it and make it sound as though it's not something that's helpful. So anyway, you guys know I would be very, 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 very happy to be pregnant. Of course, I wanted to finish my HCG, but I can do that at another time. I'll take the pregnancy. But I did, I will go back and do another round afterwards if that is the case. So, anyway, I'm just putting that out there, and I'm putting it out there in a situation where I normally wouldn't, because if this is even the small remote possibility, I would not be sharing this with any family or friends at this point, because it would be too soon and I would want to wait to share that type of information. But because there is a direct correlation and association with this HCG plan, you guys are being privy to some information, possible information. It's like a very long shot. But you guys are being privy to some information that I'm not going to be sharing with anybody else anytime soon if it is a possibility, if I do find out that I'm pregnant. So, now I'm saying wish me luck, and wish me luck either that I have a release or that I'm pregnant, because those are the only two things that'll make me happy at this point. So that's all I got. I did want to update you, which is big news, so I don't want to minimize it. This could be something, who knows, or it could just be my crazy infertile self jumping to wacky conclusions again, I don't know. I haven't done that in a while. But recently, all this hope and possibility is resurfacing, I think because of the weight loss and because of, I just feel like it's going to happen at some point. I don't know if it'll be, on our own or with medical help, but I just feel like it's going to happen. So, I wanted to update you on my husband. Yesterday was his first, I don't want to say VLCD because it's not really a VLCD, but let's just say it was the first day of his protocol. And he had his weigh-in this morning, and he lost 3 pounds. He also was one of those people that lose during load. So he actually gained a little, but then lost some. So when he was done loading, he was negative. He was lower than what he was before he started loading. So I think to date, he's lost 4 pounds since he started loading, and then his first VLC was his first day of protocol So it was fine. He said he wasn't hungry. It was hard for him to get all his water down. He's not a big water drinker, so that was filling him up, which made it hard for him to eat all his calories, which he gets 1,000. So that's like a really, to me, it seems like a huge amount of calories compared to what we get when I'm preparing his meals. So he gets a lot, and so he had a hard time getting everything down, but I prepared his lunch for him, and I prepared his snacks for him and his dinner, and so he's got it made, let me tell you. Because if somebody was doing all that for me, I would be in heaven. It's so time consuming sometimes, you know, to get it all together. And so I'm actually having to get up earlier in the morning so that I can get his and my lunch ready, which takes extra time, and his snacks and stuff. But it is a trade-off that my husband is worth, you know, that time. His health is worth that time. And if this is what it takes to get him in a healthier place, then I'm beyond honored to do that for him, because what is the alternative, you know? I need him around, especially if we got a baby in the oven or one on the way in September. I've told him that before. I need him here. I mean, I need him here no matter what, but I'm really going to need him here if we get pregnant. So this is a heavy, deep day, guys, at least for me. I mean, I don't know what's going on. And of course, my mind's playing tricks on me. I felt like I felt twitches and weird stuff going on in the last few days, I think, which is another reason to make me think that, you know, it's possible that I'm pregnant. So I will keep you posted for sure. But keep your lips zipped. I'm just kidding. It's between us. It's on YouTube, but it's between us, okay? The whole world doesn't need to know. I'm just kidding. So guys, I appreciate your support. I appreciate all that you do every day to keep me going. I really couldn't do this without you, you know? I'm so glad. I'm just so glad that I found this community, because you keep me sane when I'm starting to feel all crazy. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, ample day. Do you drink as little water as possible, or do you consume your normal amount? For some reason, I got to look it up. But if you want to post in my comments, feel free. That'll make it easy for me. I forgot if you're supposed to only drink to quench your thirst. I'm pretty sure that's it, but it's been a while. I've only done one apple day, so let me know on the water intake. Thanks.